Aloha and welcome to the Songs and Stories podcast. My name is Steve Roby. Let's get started. Joining me on the phone right now is award-winning guitarist Larry Dupio. Aloha, Larry.
Aloha, Stephen. How are you guys today?
Really good. Enjoying the Big Island weather. Let's start with a brief overview of your music career so far.
Well, I started way back in, this might sound like a long time ago, but 1968. My father got me into the Musicians Union, and he was very instrumental in me getting my Musicians Union card. And I got gigs right away. And here we are, 50 years later.
That's the real short version. I'm sure there's a lot more that happened. Weren't there a few awards along the way?
In the year 2000, there was a reader's poll in Big Island magazine. I got chosen as the best on both sides of the island. The band I had at the time was just being called the Larry Dupio Band, which is how it started. You know, it was like one of those naming sessions that after about 100 names, what we're going to call the band, we ended up calling it after me because we just got exhausted.
That happens, huh? Yeah. Aren't you attributed with a few Hōkū awards as well?
2017, 18.
Uh-huh.
I contributed an album that won the Nā Hōkū Award for Best Rock Album of the Year.
Fantastic, yeah.
And a couple of albums before that, I was just nominated a bunch of times.
But still, it's a great honor and prestige to have here in the islands.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you know, I never dreamed anything like that would be possible when I started my musical career. I was just having so much fun playing guitar and any type of music that had guitar in it. I was interested in learning it, you know, and going through that learning process when you're young, everything kind of passes by really fast. It's only later on when time seems to start to slow down and you start to reflect on, wow, I did all that. I went all those places. I mean, it still boggles the mind,
right.
The opportunities that I've had in my career. A lot of it, I mean, a lot of my friends say, I'm sure it was really luck that finally got the attention I was working to get as a young man. And I was just, you know, I thank Heavenly Father for all those opportunities that he sent my way.
Right. You know, I've interviewed you several times in the past few years here, but I don't think I've ever asked, who were some of your music heroes?
Oh, my music heroes right off the bat, number one was when I saw the Beatles on Ed Sullivan's show. Up till then, I was only experiencing big orchestras, big band, big shows. When I saw that you could do that whole thing with just four guys, I was so starstruck. I wanted to do that. You know, I made up my mind right then and there. That's what I wanted to do.
I'm sure that was a turning point for a lot of musicians that are still here with us today. That moment on the Ed Sullivan Show when the world went wild. Well, let's bring things up to more modern day. Talk about the pandemic for a little bit now. Has the pandemic caused any interruptions in your music schedule this year?
Definitely has. Things I was planning on doing, I had organized to go and do, all just disappeared. Staying home, I've had to figure out where I was at with this because, you know, I felt safe, you know, here at home. I mean,
I think you were about ready back in March, if memory serves me well, about ready to have a CD release party for the new album Love and Lightning at the Blue Dragon restaurant auditorium, music auditorium as they call it there, and that got shut down, as well as every other venue on the island there too. That was really disappointing.
Yeah, I really felt disappointed, but then after I talked to my friends that had the same thing happened to them on the mainland, and they were going home to pretty much the same shutdown. I didn't feel so alone or so disappointed.
Well, let's talk about the new album, Love and Lightning. How did that come together?
I'm a constant songwriter. I write songs as it comes to me on a daily basis, weekly basis.
Well, the first track we're going to play on the show today is Being Alive. What was the inspiration for that song?
Well, I grew up in a generation that basically played outside all day, and pretty much our growing up experiences was playing outside and being among the trees, on the grass, something simple as on the beach. I hardly see the kids do that because they're pretty much got their iPhone out or their iPad or their PC, and they're all into that world. I read books as a kid, and I saw all the scary movies growing up, and a lot of that stuff affected me as a kid, but it, taught me that things happen and you have to adjust, otherwise you get buried by it all,
Right.
Some people get overwhelmed. Now, Being Alive, it was originally written with children in mind about go outside, look at the sky, see nature. All the like-minded people should experience outside more than indoors. I know that's kind of impossible during the winter on the mainland, but when it does happen, sunny day, go outside. That's what I meant. You ever notice on a sunny day, people are all pretty much happy?
Right. Yeah. It does affect the mood. Yeah.
Yeah. And, when it's raining, people are gloomy, they want to just get in and stay in and keep out of the rain. In Hawaii, the rain can be really warm and so instant and instantly gone that you almost imagine something like that happen, but you're wet.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's give Being Alive a listen to right now. It comes off the new Love and Lightning album by Larry Dupio, and you're listening to Songs and Stories.
As I walk down the street, see the people we meet, say hi to them all, just having a ball on a good day. Just reminding myself the place that I live like nowhere else, where the sun shines most days. Stand up, go outside, see the sky. Do it real fast, it ain't gonna last. Your vote's being cast, really wins, can't say. Then you do it again, the same person wins. You just shake your head as you make your bid, a ricochet. As I walk down the street, see the people we meet, say hi to them all, just having a ball on a good day. Just reminding myself the place that I live like nowhere else, where the sun shines most days. Be
let's talk about the new album, Love and Lightning, a little bit more. And I see you have your son, Andrew, helping out. Tell me about that.
My son Andrew has pretty much grown up in my shadow most of his life. Watching him grow and play guitar, I didn't have to push it on him or at all. It was his own suggestion, and he shocked me one day and wrote a song. I was so impressed. I had to work with him to get that song out because I felt like I would have felt if I'd asked my father to help me record a song. To me, I'm in awe of it, actually, because it just came, he just did practice in private. He didn't do any of that in front of me. So I'm just so blown away by his ability to write words, and I helped him put it to music. And man, that's so much fun to have something grow right in front of you.
Nice. Does he have any aspirations of being a musician as well?
Oh, he's currently going to be taking up the bass chores in the next band that I put together.
All right. Well, tell me about some of the other local players on the album. I see there's quite a few.
Well, for number one, let's see, Scott at Bottle of Blue, the lead singer.
Scott Reagan, yeah?
Yes. Got to know him through the Guitar Slingers show, and I felt, I'd like to work with him, and I brought him into the studio, and wow, it was a great decision because he was just as anxious as I was to do something.
Yeah, what a great singer he is. Yeah, he's
really great singer. And one of my really good friends, David Lawrence.
The always ripping Dave Lawrence, I think, is his tagline. Yeah?
I say that's pretty true. I brought him into the studio, and wow, he was ready. He was ready for it. So it didn't take long for us to put the track together, Party, Party, Party. And that song is basically what it is. It's Let's Go Party.
Well, let's listen to another track off the Love and Lightning album. I call LP. I wish it were on vinyl. I'm dating myself.
Maybe one day soon.
Yeah, I miss the size of albums. Just CDs are fine, but the print gets smaller and everything like that. The sound is great on them, but I do miss vinyl. Well, I've got That Thing queued up. Tell me, who or what is That Thing?
Oh, well, That Thing came about when I first moved back to Hilo, and some of my oldest friends saw me at Bear's Coffee House, and where we used to always hang out before I left and came back. When I came back, they were shocked to see that I was back. The first thing they asked me was, do you still do that thing? And, the thing that they meant was playing guitar, of course. And I said, I'm still doing that thing, And that's how that song came about, because a lot of it, when us senior citizens get together, some of the conversation has changed from, oh, I'm going to go surfing, or I'm going to go play baseball, I'm going to go play basketball. It's changed to, oh, man, my back hurts, oh, man, my leg, I got my arm, that kind of thing. And, that's what basically us seniors talk about, basically, is what's ailing us, So I had to write a song about it.
Let's whip some of that ailing on our ears now and give That Thing a listen to on Songs and Stories.
All right. Thanks, Steve.
All right.
Now word going round the hood, you're coming back to town for good. Someone said they saw you yesterday, hanging downtown by Hilo Bay. You've been away so long, so long, so long, a real long time since you've been gone. It'd been nice to see you after all. Remember the times we had it all. Not much left in my tank, for sure. To see you now, we'll start the cure. Matter of time before you come see me. You know where I live, and that's where I'll be. still do that thing? That thing you used to do. You know that thing. You know what I'm asking you. Do you still do that thing? That thing that you used to do. You've been away so long, so long, so long. A real long time since you've been gone. A matter of time for you come see me. You know where I live and that's where I'll be. You've been away so long, so long, so long. A real long time since you've been gone. Still do that thing that you used to do. You know that thing. You know what I'm asking you. Been away so long, so long, so long. You've been away so long, so long, so long. You've been away so long, so long, since you've been gone.
Hey, I'm Justine.
I'm Eric.
I'm Laura.
And we're KOA.
You're listening to Songs and Stories
With Steve Roby.
If you like Big Island punk rock, check us out on Facebook,
Instagram,
Spotify, or wherever you stream.
That's Cause of Affliction.
Like Ka'u with a Z.
K-A-U-Z of Affliction, baby.
Larry, are you working on any new material, and what are your plans for the rest of the year?
My plans for the rest of the year actually is to video performances, whether it's without audience or with an audience that's social distancing with masks and stuff. You got to get creative with all that. Plus, I want to do outdoor stuff, you know, and I think that would be more safer than indoor thing. So I'm currently looking and being patient and waiting and talking and asking for outdoor venue. I've got a couple. I'm going to wait until it's socially safe for us to do stuff.
What's the best advice you could give an up-and-coming musician here on the island? I'm sure you have some good sage advice.
Oh, yeah. With regards to performing, always put your best foot forward and don't be afraid to dress nice. People like to look at people dressing nice. I don't know about the other type of music where you don't have to dress nice, but I wouldn't be there. I'd be where people can dress nice and enjoy themselves. And you got to believe in what you're doing. A lot of my heroes actually told me to believe in what you're doing, because if you don't believe, who's going to believe you? If you
Exactly.
You got to believe in what you're doing, otherwise people aren't going to take you seriously. I've known musicians that they tell me right after we start or right after we get done playing, as we're packing up, they go, "I hate this job." Wow, that really takes me by surprise, because those are the very guys that are smiling a lot when we're playing. When I hear that, I just go, wow, that guy's pretty tired. He might as well try get something that makes him happy.
Yeah, find something else, yeah.
Life is too short not to be happy. You got to find your happiness somewhere. To some people, making other people happy is their thing.
Right.
Great. I'm playing music because, number one, it makes me happy It makes me excited. It makes me believe in what it is. And I tell you, the notes come to you, and you have to be ready to pick them out of the sky, because it's not going to come any other way.
Yeah, and sometimes they don't come back either. You have one opportunity, yeah. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add, Larry, before we wrap it up here?
Well, for this album, I'd like to give a shout out to a really great vocalist. Her name is Joy McClure, and she sang the one song on the album, True Love. And give that a listen, because she is a great vocalist.
Someone to help me with those things I'm thinking of. Should I try to forget those passing memories? But those old feelings keep coming back to me. I've got you on my mind as I walk home today in the sunshine. Your name came up in a passing conversation, just a reminder of the soothing sensation. I think I'm supposed to do. These times always make me wonder, should I keep my heart or share it with another? It's hard to find true love, someone to help me with those things I'm thinking of. Should I try to forget those passing memories? But those old feelings keep coming back to me. Yeah.
Well, Larry, mahalo for your time today, and I hope we can see each other face to face in person one day soon.
I'm definitely looking forward to it, Stephen. Probably right around the corner sometime.
All right. I miss your live shows. Thank you so much, Larry.
Oh, you're so welcome. Aloha, everybody. Thank you.
Aloha. Thanks for listening to Songs and Stories. You can find episodes on Apple Podcast and listen or download for free. New episodes are available every Thursday. Songs and Stories is produced by Big Island Music Magazine. Find us on the web at bigislandmusic.net. Be sure to follow us on Facebook. I'll see you next week on Songs and Stories. Aloha.
Songs and Stories with Steve Roby. All about artists on Hawaii. Learn about the music and backstory on Songs and Stories.